Wake up to more local news weekday mornings on Wink. Corey Lazar and Taylor Petrus, weekday mornings on Wink. Covering Southwest Florida. The team that's first, fair, everywhere. This is Wink News at 7:30.
A landlord gets killed. Her tenant charged with murder. Tonight, we have new video of what deputies call the moments just after it happened. School safety systems catch a loaded weapon as kids are coming into school. What authorities say prevented tragedy. Plus, pythons act like unintended gardeners in Florida. The unique way researchers say they're spreading seeds across the ecosystem.
And certainly mild temperatures for early to mid-January standards. Typically mid-70s is our daily afternoon highs. That's where we're currently at right now. How long does this warm weather pattern continue? That answer in my 10-day in a couple minutes.
We begin with new video of the moments right after a man is accused of shooting and killing his landlord. Thanks for watching us here at Wink News at 7:30. I'm Russ McCaskey. The sheriff's office found Jordan Ruddy at the home and arrested him on several charges. Wink News reporter Zoe Warner joins us now live from the neighborhood. And Zoe, you've been on top of this story since it broke yesterday. What does this new video show us?
Russ, that's right. Well, our team originally talked earlier with the woman who originally called 911 when this first happened. But not only did she just speak with us on camera, she showed me personally ring camera footage of when Jordan Ruddy first knocked on her first door. Now, Ruddy is charged with murder this evening, along with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. At 10 and 11 this evening, I'll make sure to update you more with any updates we get from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, but also another interview with some of his other next-door neighbors who also were familiar with Ruddy. Live in Port Charlotte, Zoe Warner, Wink News.
Zoe, thanks. Meanwhile, the woman who shared that doorbell video with Zoe made the initial 911 call, and she spoke with Wink News reporter Maria Regina Mendoza earlier that day about what happened. Maria Regina, thanks. A father's behind bars tonight after his 5-year-old son brought a loaded gun to school in Lee County. It happened at Trafalgar Elementary, where the child went through the metal detectors just like every other student does. The security system alerted them right away, and they quickly found the gun inside the backpack. Police say that the child did not know that the backpack had a gun inside, and the investigation soon focused on the parents.
This is our third year of having a weapon detection system, so when the public's asking, like, why are we doing this, this is a perfect example. This could have been a very tragic event.
It's very sad. I hope it doesn't happen again.
Police and school leaders remind parents today that they must properly secure firearms at home and in vehicles and keep them completely out of children's reach. The investigation remains ongoing. Now for a Wink exclusive. New details on the armed robbery at Tio's Jewelers that left a family shaken. Investigators say that 2 robbers stole a large amount of jewelry and two firearms. Then they escaped in a car that was driven by a guy named 52-year-old Avel Sanchez Rivera. Rivera has since been arrested. They say that Rivera scouted the store the night before. Then the trio took off to Hialeah near Miami after the robbery. When the store's owner saw the video of his family after the robbers took off, he told us he knew he had to do something.
This one is a little bit tougher because, all the people that work in this place is family. So it's very hard. And, we all have families and kids, and we always think about the stuff that can happen, something like this. You can get shot or killed, and, it's very hard to digest.
The Department of Justice says that Rivera faces a maximum of 27 years in prison for conspiracy and firearms charges. He will appear in a Fort Myers courtroom on Tuesday at 10:30. The other 2 people involved have not yet been caught. Construction's officially started on Daniels Parkway, and the Florida Department of Transportation held an open house today on the project. It will turn that road into a diverging diamond interchange, similar to the diverging diamond on Colonial Boulevard. Commuters told Wink News that they do expect delays and congestion due to all the construction.
What normally takes 20 minutes will take 45 minutes. We're already planning alternate routes, but if you keep up with things, you can manage it.
The project will include new I-75 ramps and signals. Crews say it will improve traffic flow and completely eliminate left turns. According to FDOT, lane closures will happen on I-75 from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. and on Daniels Parkway from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. The project should finish, they say, by summer of 2028. Well, the Harry Chapin Food Bank hits a major milestone. You can see here the walls of their new hunger action being raised this morning. The 100,000 square foot state-of-the-art distribution center and warehouse facility will allow the food bank to double the amount of food that they distribute to families. They say that the plan to expand their reach has been in the works for quite some time.
I've been looking at blueprints for a potential building for at least 2 years to actually see it come to fruition, to actually see concrete in the ground and watch the walls, get tilted up and know that, within a few months there's going to be a physical building here that's going to be very evident to everybody is enormously exciting.
The Harry Chapin Food Bank says construction should finish in December. They hope to be in their new Hunger Action Center, have it up and running by this time next year. Invasive pythons do more than just eat native wildlife. New research shows they also spread seeds across the Everglades. Wink News reporter Bridget Bruchowski shows us the surprising way these snakes are reshaping the land. Bridget, thanks. Our environment is under pressure, from toxic water to vanishing wildlife to invasive species changing the land we love. Bridget Bruchowski exposes the threats and highlights those fighting to protect it. Got a tip or idea on what she should cover? Drop her a line at the email address that you see right there in the middle of your screen. Blocking numbers doesn't stop scam calls for many people. What actually works up ahead.
And a lack of rain has its results for us here in Southwest Florida as widespread level 3 severe drought has expanded across the area. I'll talk about any rain opportunities coming up in a couple minutes.
Wink Weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Always on time, or you don't pay a dime.
This flashing yellow arrow installed at some intersections to improve safety. Except one driver says actually, it's making them more dangerous. Is he right? We did some digging to find out. Wink Listens, Monday at 5.
Wink Listens, January 30th in Marco Island.
Talking about the weather department bringing the heat.
Bringing the heat.
It is warm out this afternoon.
I mean, we're talking springtime temperatures in early to mid-January, albeit we did have that quick shot of winter from New Year's Eve through about January 2nd.
We had a little taste of winter.
Pretty cold,
Kind of.
And then the flip side of that coin, yesterday, today we hit the mid-80s. Now, typically, 75 is where we should be.
Okay.
85 this afternoon.
Right.
Record is 86. So, I mean, yeah, well above average. And those high temperatures are likely here to stay for the next couple. Granted, record morning low 37. We bottomed out at 60 this morning. 54 is the norm, so 6 above average. All in all, an above average start and a very warm way to end off the afternoon. And it wasn't just us here locally, but also our friends to the north and then down to the south. Punta Gorda, you all hit 84 today. 86 is the record. 85, your afternoon high in Naples. 87, the record. So all 1 or 2 degrees below record high temperatures today in all 3 cities. Should be in the mid-70s this afternoon for our daily average afternoon highs. And that's where we're currently sitting right now. But granted, it feels calm, comfortable, and quiet out as the Doppler is highlighting no rain across the area. I'm also expecting a mainly clear sky. Should be a very pleasant evening, but a mild start as we head out the door for your early Friday morning. Temperatures bottoming out at about 10 degrees above the norm of 54. I'm going 64 out the door in Fort Myers, lower to mid-60s in our inland zones. As has been the last couple of mornings, I am expecting the possibility of some locally dense early morning fog, so reduced visibility as you're taking those kids to school. Do expect a little bit of a slowdown. Fog will likely lift after about 8 and 9 a.m., allowing the return of mostly sunny to partly cloudy and warm conditions to end off another fantastic work week across Southwest Florida, as those highs do likely skyrocket into the mid-80s, which once again 10 degrees above average. You want some slightly cooler weather, head on out towards the coastline as current Gulf temperatures right now in the low to mid 70s. So closer to the coastline you live, the slightly cooler it will be. Warm weather pattern continues through Sunday, and then overnight Sunday into Monday, that's when I'm actually tracking our next cold front. Unfortunately, it's not going to bring any precip with it, but what it will do is give us a shot at some more comfortable and more seasonal weather. So those afternoon highs hitting the lower to mid 80s, take a nosedive back to near seasonal come Monday through Thursday of next work week, with those highs hitting the mid 70s. Our next best opportunity for rain comes overnight Tuesday into Wednesday of next work week. That'll likely continue into early Thursday morning, as it does look like a pretty good opportunity for a healthy dose of some precip. So I'm expecting mainly dry conditions through Tuesday, then overnight Tuesday, all of Wednesday, and very early Thursday. That's when I expect a chance for some pretty decent showers, which we desperately could use. Level 2 and level 3 drought across all sections of Southwest Florida. So if you're a fan of the 80s, get out and enjoy through Sunday. We return to mid 70s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, once again with those next best opportunities for showers mid portions of next week.
Hi, Greg. Thanks. Flood phones across Southwest Florida, promising some big money and filling up voicemails. Experts warn answering even once tells scammers that your number works. Wink News reporter Lois Tomey explains how to stop calls and protect yourself. It is so frustrating. Now, we did reach out to Senator Rick Scott and Representative Byron Donalds to learn how the federal government plans to fix this problem. We haven't heard back yet, but we will let you know once we do. If you missed our Wink Listens event this week, you have another chance on January 30th. We're going to head to Marco Island Center for the Arts on Winterberry Drive. That event runs from 8 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. We would love to see you there. Wink News has an exclusive look into a new life-saving treatment right here in Southwest Florida. This relatively new technology is called Proton therapy. It's a highly advanced form of radiation therapy. Doctors have started to deliver it to patients with prostate, breast, and other types of cancer. That's happening at Southwest Florida Proton, the first Proton center to open on Florida's west coast.
It deposits dose where you want it to go to and stops right there. So it doesn't come out the other side. It doesn't go left or right, up or down, near or far away from that target. And so by doing that, you're able to deposit very high doses of radiation into tumors that are cancer and minimize, if not completely spare, surrounding tissue that doesn't need to be exposed to radiation. What that means for the patient is that you more effectively treat and cure their cancers, and just as importantly, you don't give them side effects they don't need.
Southwest Florida Proton is among just 48 Proton centers nationwide. Up next, from Charlotte to Cape Coral, champions return home. Why this moment means everything to not just one, but two cheerleading teams.
Wake up to more local news. Wake up to Wink. We're in your neighborhood. Live in Port Charlotte. More local in Cape Coral. The team more people choose for local news. Tomorrow morning, only on Wink.
Wink Listens, your chance to talk to us.
Each month in a new location.
You talk, Wink Listens. January 30th in Marco Island.
Is this signal causing accidents? Monday on Wink.
There is a lot for the Cape Junior Sharks to celebrate following an unforgettable trip to Charlotte. Both the Mighty Might and varsity cheer squads came back home as national champions, earning 2 titles in one weekend. For the varsity team, they say that they have worked towards this goal for years. Now they say the season feels complete as they are prepared for what's next.
Went from going level 3 to 4, so it was like a big step, and it was new to all of us. And I think that going through that and really working towards that with our whole team made that memorable.
It's kind of a full circle moment now to be going all the way through the season together.
Up next, the teams will compete in the Global Championships. Those take place in Atlantic City from February 26th through the 28th. We wish them all the best. Look at that. Look at the energy they got.
Yeah.
They're bringing it.
The energy, the skills, they've got it all.
The smiles.
I think everyone was cheering for the weather as well.
I think we all were. It's pretty gorgeous afternoon.
It was feeling pretty fine, but it was feeling pretty warm as well. Outside right now, still currently on the mild side, steady in the mid-70s. Let's walk you through the next couple of hours. Temperatures gradually going to dip only into the mid-60s tonight. That's 10 degrees above average. Mainly clear to partly cloudy skies, maybe a few passing clouds and some patchy fog tomorrow morning. But Russ, the warm weather returns tomorrow and into the weekend before our next cold front overnight Sunday and a Monday, dropping those highs back into the 70s.
All right, Greg, thanks. Thank you for joining us. Our next newscast at 10 o'clock right here on the CW. Hope you have a great night.